The Owls Meet by Sandra of Soldiers Point 2317. Narrated by Janine Penfold. I am looking forward to our meeting today. I've only known most of these people for a short while, but in that time, our connection has grown. I can now remember to ask after a new grandchild or a recent trip. Sometimes a trip to hospital has occurred, but mostly we're a healthy bunch, and the discussion will centre around our latest book. As a lifelong lover of books, I was overjoyed to be asked to join a new reading group. It was something I had wanted to do in retirement, but hadn't actively searched for one. That first meeting was 2 years ago, and we have explored many books and found new friendships in that time. Our format has evolved. We started with book collections from our local library, a great resource for anyone thinking of starting a reading group. Unfortunately, the books we would choose would often be popular with other groups, and we would end up with a novel which some of us struggled to complete. From our original group of 7 members, we are now 10 when we can all turn up. Of course, we were affected by the lockdown like so many groups, but we continued to read and were able to stay in touch through the miracle of Zoom meetings. As soon as we were able, we met in the great outdoors. We are particularly lucky to live in an area with many beautiful bayside parks. We would arrive with our folding chairs and our thermos flasks and some baked goodies to share. After that first year, it was decided that we would trial purchasing our books. This suits our members who download their books onto various devices. We could also suggest favourite novels to the group. This has led to reading of more current and topical novels. To me, the real value of our book club is the lively discussions that each novel generates. The choice of books is very diverse, and often they're not novels that I would have chosen to read. It gives me greater insight when my views can be challenged by another opinion. It also provides a window into the lives and experiences that other people have faced, not just in the novels, but also the lives of our members. It has reminded me of that old saying that you should never judge a book by its cover, for although we have all reached that certain age when we are no longer working and perhaps feel a little redundant in society, I truly valued the diverse lives and often tough choices that these wonderful, resilient women have had. Each meeting, each book reveals a little more about the reader. It is encouraging to see someone who joined as a reluctant reader becoming more engaged and offering her opinions more confidently. We have explored new ideas and cultures through our book choices. I have learned about Indian and Asian issues that I was previously unaware of. I have discovered how the Oxford Dictionary came to be published and have more appreciation for the abridged version that I bought when I first went to university over 50 years ago. The spine has lost its cover and the printing seems to have shrunk, but it is still my constant companion when I'm trying to complete a crossword puzzle. Because of this particular novel, we compiled a list of words that have been lost from our language over time, and I am now vigilant when reading to note new or unknown words and their origin. A good workout for the brain. I think about words that we use like uncouth and ruthless and wonder why we don't use couth and ruthful more. Why do we not call scoundrels picaroons anymore? And doesn't the musicality of crinkum crankum make us smile? These are wonderful musings that can come from the deeper reading and discussion of a book. We revisited a novel that many of us were compelled to study in high school, To Kill a Mockingbird, and realised through fresh eyes why it had such impact when it was written and why it is a classic. Because of another novel, I have a fresh appreciation of the trials of our pioneer settlers, particularly the females who ventured to this new country either willingly or not. All these experiences and adventures are available to us even when our own adventures are curtailed by pandemics or the limits imposed by age. I have recently learned that a labyrinth is not the same as a maze. It was originally a type of path used for meditation purposes by many religious groups, and I was annoyed with myself to realise that I had missed the opportunity to see the famous labyrinth in Chartres Cathedral when we visited. But I don't have time for too many regrets, as I have to get started on our next novel. The end.